Hello, fellow doodlers. I am bored out of my mind and lack any sort of motivation to do anything. What do I do as an artist and a content creator when I can't seem to find the motivation or inspiration to create anything? Well, I go to random generators. Specifically, I go to a random animal generator and a random fruit generator, because combining fruits and animals is fun. So, let's take a look at what I've got. So the first thing that I got with the random generator was a mynah bird and an orange. Not the best combination, I will say, but I made it work. With these projects, I almost always sketch out the fruit and the bird as semi-realistic, and I use this time to write notes and figure out how I'm going to incorporate the most important elements of the bird and the most important elements of the fruit to combine them into one fruit animal. Then it's on to actually sculpting. I will say, this one out of the two birds that I did sculpt was not my favorite, but I really noticed how much I've improved since I first started sculpting, because I was able to make this in less than a day, and I was able to make it first try because I know how to make birds. When before, it probably would have taken me about 2 days to finish sculpting this, and I would have had to redo it at least minimum 3 times. At this point, the thing was starting to look like a crow, but I don't know. I guess that's close enough. Then it's into the oven and ready for painting. As I mentioned before, this isn't the best combination, simply because the mynah bird doesn't have a lot of color variation, and, well, neither does an orange. They're orange. So I did my best to kind of add like the white of the orange and a few specks that you really can't see on the back since I glazed it. And the wings were supposed to look a little bit more orange-like by the end, but I was tired at this point, and this wasn't really giving me a lot of motivation. It felt very basic, as I kept saying. It did, however, accomplish what I had set out to accomplish, which is get my motivation and do something with my hands.
So it's time for glazing. This is actually the perfect opportunity for me to talk a little bit about resin glazing, because I just recently got my hands on this stuff, and holy crud. The difference between this and the glaze that I was using, which is just an air dry glaze, is astronomical. It is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. First of all, it's a lot more liquidy and it drips super easily. I feel like the lamp could be better because it takes forever to cure. I actually have decided to just start sticking it in the sun, which is actually why I'm trying to do it on like a sunny day, so I can just stick my pieces in the sun after I'm done glazing. The benefits outweigh the cons in this situation, because my pieces do not stick together anymore. My pieces are shiny and rock hard, and they withstand the humidity and the heat of outside, so they're not going to get sticky. I want to give my customers the best possible products that I can, so that is why I have switched to UV resin. The only thing that is really upsetting is the amount of protection that this thing needs. So I have a mask and gloves, and it is currently in the 80s outside, but I can't do it inside because of the toxic fumes. So that's really my only complaint, is the fact that I have to do it outside in the heat, wearing latex gloves, which I hate the texture of, and wearing a mask on my face, which is suffocating. I'm gonna let this little bugger sit out in the sun for a little bit and completely harden, and I'll come back for him in like 30 minutes or so. I don't know, probably forget about him, but he'll come in eventually. Hi, Editing Kaylee here. I left him outside for 2 days.
The second combination that I got was a dragon fruit and a lovebird. Here you'll notice that I didn't actually sketch out the bird like I did before, because this one I really just wanted to focus on the fruit aspect, because a dragon fruit is a very unique fruit. So I had a bit more fun with this one, trying to combine the bird and fruit elements. And I think my favorite part about this was combining the little peels that are on the fruit, where they kind of curl off the fruit and tip in a green color. And for that, I found the best places were to put that on the wing feathers. Obviously, wings are pointy and sharp. And then also, I curled a few small pieces and put them on the chest, where there's, the fluffy, poofy chest hair, I guess. I don't know what else to call it, of the bird. I think the aspects that I kept from the lovebird were the thicker beak, the chubbier body, and kind of the gradients of colors. And I really had to be careful while sculpting this, because those little pieces would curl, break, or bend very easily while the clay was getting big. With the painting, I coated the entire thing in a layer of pink first. This gave me something to blend the green into, and I know that it looks like a muddy brown, or you can't see it at all on the camera, but I assure you, there is a light green that I'm putting on. Then I mixed a little bit of red in with the pink, and I went over on another layer. I debated adding more red and adding more shading, but this dark pink color I actually preferred. I felt like it was a lot closer to the dragon fruit's original color. I also wanted to include a spot where the inside of the dragon fruit showed, as I find that the most interesting of the dragon fruit. I couldn't really figure out where to put it that would coincide with the lovebird patterns, but there are a bunch of different types of patterns that a lovebird can have, so I decided to just go with my gut, and I painted the inside of the fruit on the stomach and underside of the bird.
Hi. Hello. Do you want attention? Hello. 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 Where's your girl? Why are you in here? Hello. Oh, hi, baby.
Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I will say my favorite was definitely the dragon fruit lovebird. It doesn't really look like a lovebird, but it looks like a dragon fruit and it looks like a bird. So I think I accomplished what I came to do. Questions, comments, or concerns are welcome. I would love to hear from you guys. If you did enjoy this video, subscribe. I make content every Tuesday. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your week, and I will see you later. Bye! Do what?
I said very near looking the video at the end.
What video at the end? Of me messing up?
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, I could probably
Or
do
the
that.
other people doing that, I just showed some film videos.
Yeah, they're called bloopers.
What the heck?
No. Nope. Nope. If you enjoyed this video, no, that's not how it works. I suck at this. See more content like it, or oh my gosh.
Hi.
Can you see yourself?
No.
Then move over.
Hi.
There you go. Hosanna, what do you have to say about the fruit birds?
I think that I like birds, and when you like combine them with the fruits, I think they look good, and it's much more funner.
I agree, that's why I do it. Yep. You say bye?